If you're thinking about opening a store or doing a pop-up shop and you're not sure which card reader is best for you, keep watching. In this video, I'm going to go over the PayPal terminal and the PayPal Zettle card reader. However, I have a full video on the Zettle card reader. So in this video, I'll go more in depth on the terminal and then why a person would choose the terminal over the reader 2 or the reader 2 over the terminal. So if that's something that you're interested, then keep watching. Let's begin with the Zettle card reader. So the first question you might be asking is, what is the difference between the Zettle card reader and the PayPal here? Well, not the here, but the PayPal Zettle reader 2. PayPal Zettle reader 2. Yeah. All right. So you want to know the difference between them. So I'm going to go over the difference. The first thing I want to point out is that the PayPal Zettle terminal it's a combined POS system, whereas the Zettle isn't. So the terminal is everything all in one. It has the app on it. You can print receipts from it if you get a receipt printer, and you can literally walk around with it and take purchases. So what do I mean by that? You don't need any additional device to use the terminal. All you need is the terminal. The only thing is that if you have a store and you want the full store set up, then you would get like a tablet to go with it, but you don't necessarily need a phone or a secondary phone in order to use the terminal. So that's a plus. That's why this is good for people who do have stores, have storefronts, and probably somewhere that you're stationary, or even if you're not, like have somewhere that's stationary and not moving, but you want to not have to use your phone. The next thing is, it can function as a one-man show. You can go somewhere and only have the Zettle and use the Zettle as your POS system, and you don't need nothing else. You can take your emails, you can do everything on the Zettle, and like I mentioned before, keep your personal phone to the side. Another good thing about it is that it comes with an optional feature where you could get the PayPal Zettle terminal that scans barcodes. So what do I mean, right? If you have a store and you're constantly getting in different products with barcodes and you don't want to type them in all the time, you can get the terminal with the barcode reader, so you can use it and scan the barcode and take the purchases instead of just typing it in or actually looking for the product. So this will be able to do that, and this is why it will be good for someone with a store, or it just have products with barcodes that you need to scan. The next point is, the mobile data usage is included, right, with your purchase. So it comes with a chip, so that when you're out and let's say you don't have Wi-Fi, you can use that chip and you get 4G or 3G data. So now you're wondering, who is the terminal for? Like, who's the best person that would be able to use the PayPal Zettle terminal? I have that answer for you. If you have a storefront, I will say go for the Zettle terminal. And this is not to say you can't turn the card reader 2, because you can turn the Zettle reader 2, the card reader 2, into a full, storefront POS system. You can get all the accessories. But if you just go right out and just get the terminal and get the few accessories that come with that, get the terminal that has the barcode included, then, if you want to add on the tablet, and it also can be a receipt printer with the dock, you may end up spending less than when you actually go out and buy the reader and then buy everything else that comes with it. Because let's say you need a barcode reader, you're going to have to get a barcode reader plus your card reader, instead of just getting a terminal that already has the barcode reader with it, right? So if you have a storefront and your products are going to have barcodes, something like that, then the terminal would be for you. And if you're thinking about money and budget and just what makes sense, I would say to go ahead and get the PayPal Zettle terminal. So now you're probably wondering, what are the cons? What's the catch, right? Let's begin with, it costs more than the card reader 2. Now, when I say it costs more than the card reader 2, this is for a person who is doing pop-up shops, don't have a storefront, and don't plan to get like a 100% terminal, the tablet, the dock, the whole works. Then the terminal costs more than the reader 2. If you have a storefront and things like that, you might look at the reader 2 and say, hey, the card reader is cheaper than the terminal. However, when you calculate all the accessories that you're going to need for the reader too, you might as well get the terminal. Just to give you an idea, the price of the terminal is $262 including tax and built-in barcode scanner. With the dock, if you want the dock to put it on so it's self-charge, you're looking at $295.90. Now that's the price for it now. With the reader, if you get the reader, you get the free, your first one I think is like $35. I'm going to correct the prices and post them here, but you can get the first reader for a cheaper price. But then when you think about adding on, let's say you have a store, you think about adding on the dock, then you have to think about adding on the barcode scanner. If you need that, then you'd have to think about adding on a receipt printer. You'd have to also think about that. So it does, depending on the structure of the business that you're trying to open and the types of pop-ups that you're trying to run, that's how, and your budget, that's how you'll probably decide between the two. But I do think for business storefronts, maybe somebody that's doing wheels on the go or something like that, the terminal makes a lot of sense, because the reader just gives me a vibes of you're doing, like for me, doing pop-ups here and there, and you just want to something quick and easy and simple to use. You don't need a terminal, you don't need all that extra stuff, you get the reader. But if you have like a brick and mortar and you have a business, opt for the terminal. Now on to the card reader. Now I have a very detailed video about the card reader here. I'm gonna link it somewhere, so if you decide to get a card reader and that's what you want to go for, you can watch this video. How is the card reader different from the terminal? So the reader is something that you would connect to your phone or any phone at all. That's the difference between you have to connect your card reader to a phone, and the phone must have the Zettle app in order for it to work. That's the first thing. Secondly, the reader, you definitely need Wi-Fi. If you have no Wi-Fi or no cell phone data on your cell phone, it's not going to work. Like, you need data. You need data for it to work, right? You have to connect it to something that has access to some form of internet in order for the reader to work. Unless, I'm not sure. I think it has an offline mode. Not sure. I'm going to check that out and let you know. But you have to be connected to some type of internet in order to use the reader on your phone, because they need to be able to access the app and take your purchases, etc. It is fairly cheaper, very much cheaper than the terminal. Definitely cheaper than the terminal. And with the reader, you need extra hardware for the barcode scanner. Who is the card reader for? Someone who's constantly on the go, making sales on the go, and you need to be quick. You need something fast. You need to just take your purchases and go. You do not care about all the other stuff. You just want to be able to take purchases. That's who the reader will be for. If you're doing pop-up at a market, farmer's market, just anything, just events, and you need just a quick reader, that's who it would be for. So if you're in a plan for doing a storefront and you don't want that lavish setup, get the reader. It's quick and easy, connect it to your phone. If you want something simple and convenient to move around with without the software, even though the terminal isn't that bulky, you'll go ahead and get the reader. Also, if you just probably want something affordable for right now, then this would be the option for you, the reader too. And if you want more information, I have a playlist here of videos on how to prepare for your pop-up shop, card readers, etc. So if you want to continue hearing more from me, keep watching.